she is, the new racing lawnmower for this year's race. As you can see, I painted it up as the old school late 70s, early 80s Case tractor. And I did the Case 26 because it's 2026. That's the year I built it, and I don't know, didn't know what else to do. So I'm gonna set you guys down. I'm gonna pull the hood off this thing and I'm gonna walk you through exactly what this machine is. Alright, so those of you that haven't seen the previous videos up to the state that this mower is in, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. You can still go back and watch the old ones, but you know, I'll just tell you right now. So what this is a love child that I had made or conceived in my brain. And what the motor is, this started off and came out of I believe a 97, 98 Polaris 300 Express four-wheel drive vehicle. And what I did is I took and I cut the frame right here on the factory Polaris and right here on the factory Polaris, and everything forward and aft and above, I took it off and threw it in the trash basically. And then everything else I either built with my tube bender at the house or used this 1 inch by 2 inch square tubing and just started welding. The front axle on this thing is just 1 by 2 square tubing, same thing as the frame, and I cut the ends and I basically copied the front ends that you can buy for these race mowers, but I'm into this thing, what, 40 bucks with the Amazon Heim joints and everything versus a couple $100. So I figured it was really good money well spent. And then obviously I got the hood mounts that are Amazon specials, and fuel tank, again Amazon specials. Basically everything on this tractor lawnmower I bought off of Amazon. Regular old Amazon seat, factory Polaris rear swing arm that is permanently mounted and welded and integrated into the frame. And then we get over here, all of the factory harness has been gone through and tore down, and I eliminated everything on the factory harness that didn't need to be there, such as the four-wheel drive, the lights, everything that wasn't essential to making this thing a standalone motor. I took out and threw in the trash. The exhaust is originally was a CR500 FMF gnarly exhaust system. If you remember, go back to the channel a couple years ago, we built one of these that had a CR500 motor in it. It was a lot of fun, but it was just too much. It honestly wasn't usable without the electric start and the manual clutch. It didn't work all that great for a racing aspect. Super fun, but that was about it. The brake, used the stock rear brake for the Polaris there, and then used the factory master cylinder and lever that was on the bars. So now you just push it with your foot and it seems to work relatively well, better than expected actually. And then tires, factory turf tires, cheapest ones I could get off of Amazon. Again, these ones are 750 16s in the back by 8, and these ones are 16 650 by 8s on the front, so just a little bit narrower, same height. I like to go a little bit taller and bigger tire on the front because, you know, better traction for turning. Steering wheel is just one that actually came off of Jed's mower originally that I robbed from him. And then the hand throttle is just something that I just built there in the garage. Very simple, no frills to it, and it works very well, obviously, as you can see. Holy hell! Holy hell, this thing's fast!
Did that just come off of, like, do a wheelie?
Huh?
Did that just do a wheelie?
I don't know.
I just was like trying to get you in the camera, and all of a sudden I look up and I swear your front tires are off the ground.
Holy crap! This thing's fast, dude! Wow. So that's pretty much it with this whole thing. I mean, took me a little time to build it, but you know, at the time when I started this thing, I knew I had about a year, and so I kind of put it off. So the last couple weeks has been a crunch, but you know, what do? You always got to procrastinate just a little bit. I'm usually not that guy, but I don't really know what else to show you on this thing. But if you guys got any questions, put them down in the comments, and I read the comments. I'll go down there and I'll answer as many as I can. The one thing I did just notice on this that I've got to change is the way your leg comes off the seat and comes past the exhaust. It gets a little warm right there, so I'm going to wrap that with some heat wrap, exhaust heat wrap, just, you know, keep it off your leg just a little bit. And then for some reason I notice when this thing, after you feed her the beans and you slow down and come to an idle, it almost wants to die just a little bit. And what I think's going on is I think it might be running out of fuel just a little bit. So I might have to put a fuel pump on the system, because it doesn't have a whole lot of drop from the tank to the carburetor. It's basically a straight shot across, so it might be leaning out a little bit, but I don't know, wide open throttle it seems to be just fine. So I don't know, I might have to mess with that. But we've got a race coming up, not this weekend but the following weekend. I believe it's September 5th. So we'll go see how this thing does. I know if you guys have watched the last video, I actually got called out by the 89 Built Boys, and they've got a bunch of mowers they're building, and they called me out, and so it's all in good fun. Those guys are great. They're my family. They're my cousins. You know, they're Uncle Shane and Sean. They're awesome people. So it's all in good fun. So nobody get your feathers ruffled, because we're family and we all get along really well. So anyways, if you guys like this mower, put down in the comments what you think of the paint job and this setup, and how you think it will run in this open modified class. Now I know there's going to be a lot of you that say, oh, you're ruining racing mowers because that's not a racing mower, that's a go-kart. Well, yeah, for certain classes you're right, but the open modified class, this is perfect. It meets the wheelbase width and length and tire sizes and everything. You can basically build your chassis, build your steering, and put whatever power plant you want in it, as long as it has a riding lawnmower body, so to speak, on it. So I know your rules might be different where you race than here, but that's okay. You know, you're not racing here, I'm racing here, so yeah. Anywho's, yeah, go ahead, leave a comment down below how you think this thing's gonna do, and here in a couple weeks when we actually go race this thing, I'll bring you guys along. So appreciate you guys watching, and catch you next time. So another reason I'm up here at Jed's shop is I'm helping him get his red mower running, you know, the one that tried to kill me last year. But we're having a little problems with the old gal. Yeah, so if you guys remember, that's the one I put the dirt bike carb on, and hey, it woke up big time. So, yeah, all fun.